Demonstration.
Hey everyone, this is Monarchy, and today we're dueling, doing some ranks, but let's see what we have with this contestant. Interesting. I don't like those. Um, the opponent has a certain phrase, but like mine, it's not a phrase, it's actually a channel. Theirs is just jumbo. Alrighty. Before laying that trap, I put this here. And that there. And end it, because at first phase, you kind of sometimes have an advantage. Second phase, same thing, depending on the opponent and what deck that you're using. Regardless of certain people saying you have an advantage of first phase or second phase. Not the case. Depending on the deck that you have. Then, if your deck responds better at the first phase, it would respond way better in first phase. If it responds in second phase better, then same difference from the first and second. Yeah, why not? This is a new deck to me. Well, new cards in a familiar deck. Yeah, these are right now the new cards from today or yesterday pack. Regardless of reading it, Okay. Okay, can destroy cards. This is how I learn playing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Just by dueling people and how they're, custom. And also what is influencing them by triggering certain effects. And what cards it's common that a generic cards that is common that people use frequently and do moves according to the play. Which those are fine. I do want to take this one down with Kaiju, but depending what I draw. Because it's not, it would be nice if I draw another Kaiju and will be weaker, so I would give it to that one or this one. Or, okay. Perfect. Okay. It's better to do it here. But it would be safer there, but we'll see. And yeah, I will pop off that card, which is... Why'd they back out? Did they time out? Opponent surrender. I knew it. Okay. This is my pet peeve on certain players. Alright. I'll give my opinion in just a second. Let's review their deck. Okay. So far, he has Maxi, Ash, and Nibiru. He's hoping to use Nibiru. I don't know why he put 3 in the deck, but I'd remain for Nibiru 2 or 1, depending, because you had to, depending how much he was playing rank and seeing who is he against to, or up against, excuse me. And from that point, depending how many people that you see frequently, that's how you should judge by how many Maxi or how many Nibiru or certain cards that you want to kind of use it in a certain way. So he didn't do that. I bet you this player just copy and paste a certain YouTuber, which is fine, you know, copy and paste is fine. YouTuber or someone that he seen people doing tournaments. So that's why I say this is like a copy paste deck, like what you could see here. On my bottom right on the screen says copy deck, which is, you know, graded. I cannot copy it because I have full slots. But anyways, so he probably did a little flavor into it, but it looks like he just copied and pasted. He didn't add his own flavor, generic flavor, because he learned how to play the deck. He watched people play the deck. He probably saw reviews. So with that being said, just by copying and pasting once again, and then going from ranks or, you know, casual, from then on, he didn't even test his deck. So he might just be a generic duelist that doesn't have, you know, like people, like the kids in the 80s and 90s and from early 2000s and so on, the people that is getting into Yu-Gi-Oh itself, they all just going by trend. By trend is bad because you just following and copying the other person's trend. So copying their original deck idea. And, it's from another, it's like going from mouth to mouth, going from another person saying and another person saying, and that chain reaction. So, in the end of the day of that chain reaction, it goes to the same person. The deck could be probably different or similar in a sense, but similar in a sense is sometimes a good thing because throughout the chain reaction and person going to person, the idea changes, or because of the ban list, they have to tweak it in a certain way, which is fine. But at this moment of time, what I see with Nibiru, this is his first testing phase. I'm not saying, or um poking the bear, or judging how his he copy pasted, or using the deck in this type of manner. It's just that it's funny to me that they don't follow through the battle, which we had. He could have won if he waited just a minute, because at the end of the turn, since he knocked out um, one of my Time Lords, let's see, what is it? He knocked out the Time Maiden. So it didn't give me the opportunity to get another Time Lord, because I had one in the back. So once he figured that out, like, oh shit, you know what? Screw it. He's gonna take half of my life points, and then the other turn, I'm gonna be screwed. No. If he would have waited and took its time to see how it goes, you know. But also, uh, it could be that that person's like, oh, I'm gonna duel real quick. It's gonna be a fast duel before I need to do something else. You know, shit can happen. But yeah, he could have won, or we probably have that, that back and forth slightly. But if I get another Time Lord, then he would be screwed depending what Time Lord I get. But if I got, Kaiju, then it can sway depending on, since I had this Kaiju on the field. And if I had this one on the next turn, he'll be screwed. Kind of. But depending on the gameplay, and since that was the first time I countered that deck, it's it could be he be winning or I would be winning, because since this is a 60 card deck, I'm still messing with it. I'm still playing with it. I want to reduce it for sure. I wanted to see if I could reduce it to 50, but in the case that, I probably will take this one out because it's not doing any, you know, it's not helping me as much, but it does help in a certain extent. Um, I might just take off, you know what, I can do it right now. Take off that Exodia. Where is the, this one? Mm, yeah. Um, I'm thinking about of taking this one away because it does kind of like explode, kind of helps a little. But the thing is, I haven't got any further of testing it, but I'll leave it like this for now. But yeah, um, so tell me what you think. Was he in the wrong of just packing up and go? Because we were like in the middle of it, and yeah, but it's, you know, it's whatever. That's, you know, one of my pet peeves. But I also been like backing up certain games lately because of, especially combo decks that takes forever. If you know that I know that you know what combo decks that takes the longest time to prep, especially in rank, you're like, why should I just stay there? I just can make, you know, bake some cookies, taking a shit, or, you know, taking a shower, or, you know, have a full course meal and cook it, and that person's still not done. You know, I could probably go to the market for an hour or two, and then come back, that person's still not done because doing the crazy shit combo. That's what I'm saying. Certain combos like they do bam, 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 done. But, you know, they take forever and ever and ever, like it never ends. You just back out. Because I have a certain time limit. I'm like, If you have all the time, you know, go right ahead. But like, kind of like the Exodia thing that they used the wishbone and um what's it called? Toon World, certain generic cards, and then you use a certain XC, no, a monster you could special summon for 2000, and it's in attack position or defense position, I forgot. And then that chain effect. That sometimes I wait to see if they could pull it off. If they could pull it off and get all 5 cards in Zodia on their hand, you know, props for you. Because that shit is hard to do. Because you had to get certain cards perfectly, or you kind of mess up, as well as, you know, the randomness. Yeah, but whatever. But if you like this video, it's just one duel. So if you like it, like what I say, please like and subscribe and comment down below. Peace out and see you next time. Yo, okay. Good news and bad news. I tested my Time Lord Millennium deck, as I'm going to re-show you from the previous duel. So I'm going to show you 2 duels instead of 1. Yeah. So as you could see, I did minimize it, and I had a duel, which I will show you in just a minute. I want to record, But yeah, there was other complications so there than that. Um, with Millennium Scorpion, I will show you in just a moment. As you could see here and read, with Millennium Scorpion, it says each time this card destroys one monster on your opponent's side of the field by battle and send it to the grave. This card gains 500 attack. Remember that. Now, let's go where the duel that I just lost. This guy names Blink. Let's replay. Okay. So this is what I have on my hand so far. Millennium Scorpion, a Millennium Shield, 2 Time Lords, and Snatch Steel. So as you can see, this guy dropped something in the grave. Hibakiri, whatever that dragon name is. And then sword and ice. Ray Seal. So what are they? 2 pyros? Okay, 1 pyro effect and a thunder effect. So in this activation, normal or special summon from the deck or hand. This special summon hand from the hand, and let's see what else. Hand or field to the grave. So this card threw the other one in the graveyard and cannot be special summoned from the extra deck. Blah 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 blah. And you could only special summon Ice Ray Seal once per turn. This way, if this card is normal special summon, sorry, you can't special summon 1 Ray Seal monster from your deck except Ice Ray Seal. So that's what this one did. Put this one on it, and things just went right there. If you don't know how this works, I'm learning as I go, seeing how people use this deck. Okay, extra Ray Seal. They're using that one to fusion or XYC summon, excuse me, to this dude. A Ray Seal Detation or whatever his name is. I'll figure out eventually, sorry. I'm just kind of reading and scrolling in a little bit how these guys work. So he's pretty much, you know, okay. And before he does anything else, I want to make sure what is he? Okay, he's a imp. See, what's so special about this imp? Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, add 1 reptile monster from your deck to the hand. Okay, so let me see, pyro, electric. Okay. These are the new cards. Another Thunder. Reseal. Nude. Hmm. Okay, so that's how they're playing with this deck. Oops, sorry. So since this new deck has reptile cards, um, they're using the imp, King of the Feral Imps, to use, you know, have these flow of a combination. So I could see they have some type of synchronization between these two, but it doesn't have it, but they do in some ways because of they de they throwing shit into the grave, and by certain cards that can be active in the grave, then things could follow along, and you kind of get the gist. So that is very, by using an XYZ imp, that it can detect a material from in the grave, and you start getting some other cards behind this. So yeah, I'm just trying to make sense of all that in my head right now. You probably guys might not know what I'm talking about. You already figure it out, most likely. But in this case, myself, I just barely came back from vacation. And, uh, yeah, I'm not gonna get into that in this video, but in this case, um, yeah, so I could see why they're using those two type of cards, and makes it flow well. And what is this? Okay, this is the quick spell. Okay, so his main source is most likely reptiles, what I'm seeing. And I will see his deck in just a moment. But my guess right now, he has a little bit of this to have certain control. And, counter a lot of shit. Ritual summon. Okay, hold on. So he used this shit. I wonder if there is a way to deactivate this card sooner the better, for it won't be used whatsoever. And this one as well, because this one is a pain in the butt to mess with. This one too. The only way that I could think of, if I'm gonna use Time Lord, I have to use it effectively and waste their abilities. These guys, the XYZ, they had to negate. Let me see. Negate or destroy. It doesn't say any negation, but somehow it does do that. So. Okay, so I have to figure out a way. I need to figure a way how to counter these the two decks that is into one right now. This is very popular as of yet. Hold on. Before he does something, Let's see. Okay, so it's this effect. See, when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card, then target one card on the field, destroy it. You could only use each of the following effects of, let's see, from Race Seal once per turn. If this card is special summon, you can detach material. Da, 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 da. Okay, it says destroy, but it doesn't say let's see. Okay. So I cut him by half. Cause let's see. Okay, he's getting more reptile cards. Having another bitch there. Great, he's tossing that. Wait a minute. See if this card's not normal summon or special summon, or if this card is tribute, you can target one Misurgi card. I don't know how to pronounce it. I need to figure out how other players pronounce this deck. It's a card in your grave or banish except my Mikoto, and add it to your hand. Okay. Okay. So interesting. Hold on. Okay, this one, this Racial Cross negates the effect. Okay, that one's annoying. Okay, that makes sense. Hold on. Target face of your opponent. This bitch is annoying too. Plasma hole. But it's fine. I'll figure out a way. Okay. Okay. So it could pick either or, and it cannot do shit afterwards. So pretty much it stayed open. So I'm thinking kind of like the one of the Blue Eyes card. Once you did an activation, that activation sealed the deal till the next turn. My guess. I'm guessing before he goes any further. Where's that card? Okay, there's a ritual and a quick effect. Okay. Hmm. Oops. I need to see what's the point of this card being there. Let's see, once per turn chain, your opponent may... Let's see, your opponent battle phase if your opponent has more total cards in their hand, that's a quick effect. You can detach the material from this card and destroy all other cards. Okay. There's a better effective way than the Evil Swarm, to be honest. Because, let's see, destroy all other cards on the field, also of the rest of the turn, your opponent takes no damage. Yeah, there's better card than that, but I could see why they are using that. But you know, it's whatever. The problem of what I've noticed that each time a certain activation of card, it takes down, let's see, the effects of these cards that reducing your life points. It's kind of stupid. I want to use those effects, but you know, if I have to, I need a card to counter that effect, so giving me life points, so it gives me more chances, if you get what I'm saying. But you know, to each their own. See that? Oh man, that snake, dude. It's annoying. Special destroy all your opponent's monster. Yeah. He reuses that card again. Okay. Before I get any further, remember, I still have my Millennium Scorpion, and this is what had just happened, the reaction. I'm about to put all my opponent's cards back to their original position. And then he's counteracting and negating the effect. Here we go. And this happened. Before I go, see what happened? He was doing an activation. I negated his effect with Millennium Scorpion. I don't know how that happened. But here's my theory. I have Millennium cards in the grave. And this one, the Scorpion, it's noticing I have Millennium cards. It's saying I am one of them, so I could do something. And it says each time this card destroys a monster in your opponent's side, on the let's see, one monster on your opponent side of the field. So, does it have that same effect of this full? That ritual summon this card with Mitsurugi ritual. If this card is special summon, you can destroy all monster in your opponent's control. And let's see. Quick effect, you can activate this effect. Your opponent can discard one card or the effects is negated. Oh, okay. Never mind. Forget what I said. So because of that freaking monster, just trigger that. If I can negate it, I have to toss the card to negate the effect, which I did. Not what I was thinking, you know. I was, hyped. I thought there was another effect, uh, a hidden effect. I was about to toss in 3 of them. I'm like, this shit is good. And then I just read. So technically, it's this asshole's effect doing the work. I could do something about it to negate the effect, or if I don't want to, it's gonna get hit. So there you go. A dumbass move. I could just not do anything. Let this try to pop it. But, whatever. And yeah. This freak of nature just messed up my plan. But now we know. Is this freak of nature. And I probably did the same mistake without even thinking of what if I don't do it. Oh well. Live and learn. And I'll just let you guys enjoy the rest. It sucked that I didn't have another Time Lord. But yeah, kinda sucks. Oh well. Yeah. So let's see his deck. Yeah, I would still not use Maxi. I don't know about this card. It's like another type of, people saying it's another type of Maxi, but slightly better. Okay. This dude is smart. That, like the previous battle. This guy did one or two. You could use two or one, but he thought think out of the box and used one, so that's good. And he probably okay. I see what he's doing with these cards. Um, hmm. Okay, okay, okay. Interesting. I could see how and why he did this. Instead of three, he replaced it with three of these guys. Smart move. I will say get rid of Maxi because, in my opinion, I could understand why he used Maxi, but in this case, he don't really need Maxi. If he wants to, push a little and hurt his opponent more, he'll probably use three of these guys. To be fair, because since he has three Ash, three of this one, and I would add two more monsters. To be fair, two more monsters that is helpful or improve it a little bit more. Because since this is just two, down by two, so he needs insurance. Something that gives him life points. That is a monster. Or have other type of negate. Uh, that could help him improve more. Let's see. He used a lot of fire. Imp King. I could kind of understand it. Light Dragon. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty much he's just involving for fodder in the grave. But if someone is able to figure out how to shut down the grave, his grave will be, ass. Or, um, let's edit something real quick. If he uses, if someone uses this, or, something with that, this could even work. Dimensional. The could technically screw him up if someone has three of this. Or two or one, because if someone has three lava golems, which I do have, finally, his plan would be toast. You know what? 3 lava golems. And do I have any? Yeah. 3 lava golems will be a bitch. For him. Let's see. Yeah, if someone has this card, will interfere with his trap, and also this guy, dimensional shifter. His plans would be over. I would use it, but I need shit in the grave. Yeah, I need shit in the grave. I need to, do some shit. But there's an alternative. You could use these kind of cards for sure. Damn it, they are relations to where is it? People could use one of this or 2 against that deck, but it depending what kind of deck build that you're trying to go for. Sail band could do some wonders, but you need to know how to play your shit. There's another one too. Ice Dragon Prison. I don't know. The Forbidden Droplet, can maybe help. I don't know yet. This could be a thing. Eater of Millions could do some damage if you know how to use it. Fairy Tale Snow, I don't know, but it's curious. Yeah, there is other moves that people can do. I guess I deleted it for sure, because I don't see it here. What is this? Damn it. Yeah, I don't see it here. But yeah. Like and subscribe, follow. Yeah. When in doubt, crash out. Peace out.